If you had a chance for a do-over in life, what would you do differently? Right back to the girl I met on a plane. About 30 years ago, I was in the U.S. Army. I had just worked night shift. I was scheduled to take leave and drive back home to another state. After about 8 hours I fell asleep driving across the desert. After 2 weeks in a coma, I woke up partially paralyzed. If I had a choice, I should have skipped the drive home or got some more sleep before driving several hundred miles. I could have been retired after 20 years of active duty service and went to school. Before the accident, I was running around 10 miles per day a few days per week training for a running race. Since the accident and getting out of the hospital, I tried to run a few times, but it was difficult. And my running was closer to an awkward jog. I miss being in the Army and being able to pass a PT test. I am lucky to be alive after the accident, and it is nice to be medically retired. I would have loved to stay in the Army for 20 years and retiring at age 38 and being young enough to start a new career and retire a second time after 20 years in a civilian job. TLDR. Please don't drive when you are tired. Study harder at school. I spent too much time f***ing around. Get more friends and be less shy. Honestly, for the past 4 years I have barely talked, and now that I finally am, it is too late for people to want to be friends with me. Not get involved in a long-distance relationship that caused over a decade of grief for multiple people. And tell my best childhood friend not to sell drugs, because one day he'll be murdered for them. I'm keeping it to my life and not taking the prevent 9/11's angle cold sweat smile. Keep some friends that I cut off too soon and cut off some that leeched on for too long. Go to college on campus far away from my hometown. Drop every paycheck on Bitcoin when it was worth a cup of coffee. Get my license in high school right after I got my first permit. Catch the one that got away. Make sure I kept my physical activity level up and maintain better posture. Buy Bitcoin back in 2010. Remember more. I didn't realize early how irreplaceable each moment is. I just want another chance to get it right with my first long-term partner. I feel like ending our relationship changed the course of my whole life. I've been falling up the stairs ever since. Accepted that job offer. Be more confident. It is a learned behavior, and life would be totally different if I mastered this then. Fucking everything. If I could go back in time to my birth, I'd switch the baby me with another baby. Maybe I'd have grown up in a loving, caring family. If not that, I think that at age 10 in 1977, I would have run away from home. Because growing up with my parents was like being a prisoner in a concentration camp. In middle school, learn guitar instead of violin. I started practicing a few months ago, and now I wish I started years ago. Do a lot better in school, that's for damn sure. Marry my recently ex-girlfriend instead of waiting so long. I would have tried harder. Done therapy. Whatever I needed to do to stop being so socially anxious in college. I graduated without a single friend. I wish I could go back and redo those years. Never marry my wife. Stay true to myself. Would have avoided certain people who caused me a lot of heartache.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.